Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. Shalom. My name is Michael. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Michael. I'm the senior pastor and teacher for the Body of Christ Ministry. Uh, I did a teaching 2 days ago on Torah-less grace. What is Torah-less grace? That's Satan's doctrine. A lot of people didn't understand that. That's okay. It was not meant for everybody. It was meant for one person. It was meant for Frankie Sanchez. Satan's doctrine is Torah-less grace. Torah, Torah less. Another way to say that is lawless grace. Satan teaches that you can disobey God and still have grace. Oh, everybody's got grace. That's what Satan says. And it's only the body of Christ covered by the blood of the Lamb that have grace. And, you know, I know a lot about hornets. Last a year ago March, I got attacked by a hornet's nest. My German Shepherd Alice, 100 pounds, right? Female German Shepherd, goes chasing lizards in the bushes, right? Well, this one bush, she jumps in to get a lizard, and she bounced out 3 feet in the air like a cat. Hornet's nest. Hornets don't sting. Hornet, man, I got hammered. God. It's like taking a number 10 needle, squaring the point, getting a sledgehammer and hitting it to your bone. I'm telling it straight up, man. They hurt, man. They frigging hurt. Okay. I know about the hornet's nest, so this man was going, Mike, don't leave that hornet's nest alone. Don't be poking that hornet's nest. What? Don't. Beep. You're not a hornet. No, Michael, I'm Hasatan. I'm Satan. Nice to meet you. That's what the whole premise behind Torah-less grace. We got the letters in now. We got the names for the winner of the Michael and Hasatan video, and the winner is Michael for playing Michael and Hasatan. Hey. I like to bring some humor into it. Okay, my wife says I'm the funniest man I know. I'm running with it. Okay, now we get into the teaching. Okay, Torah-less grace is Satan's doctrine. He teaches you that you don't have to obey the commandments or the Torah in order to have grace. Frankie said, and the reason I did it, this is the last teaching on Frankie Sanchez specifically. It's like the second teaching, part 2 for the Torah-less grace, but yet it's the fourth for Frankie Sanchez, and it's on and on. Anyway, I wanted to find out how deep Satan's roots were seated in Frankie Sanchez's doctrine. And I hate to say it, but they're to the core. I talked to Frankie a lot, and nothing he was saying made sense. And then he said, I want physical proof. He said, I'm going to publicly post all of the. Right on, man. What do you want me to do? A video on it? I'll put a video to go with it. I want physical proof. And for the last plus or minus 8 months, I've been asking Frank, hey, do you keep the Sabbath? Do you keep the dietary code in Leviticus 11? And he never answers the question. He says, I want physical proof. And I go, what physical proof? Do you want me to post a picture of you eating shrimp and crawfish on the Sabbath? Is that physical proof? No. Depression is idolatry. Satan said, what? And when I said, I did a video on that because he goes, Michael, did I hurt your feelings? Satan said, what? I did a video because there are a lot of people Frankie Sanchez and all of his disciples and just all discipleship and whatever they call it. Watch him. And I did not want anyone to walk away with anything other than that being Satan's doctrine. Okay. So I did a video on it, and I posted it, and I'll post it today, so you can watch it if you want. It's called "Depression is Idolatry." Satan says what? And so he started all these things, and he never answered the question. Okay. I am a child of God. I'm an obedient child of God, covered by the blood of the Lamb and the body of Christ. Follow me. Okay. Walk as I walk. Do I keep the Sabbath? You bet I do. Do I eat unclean foods? No, I don't. Do I obey God's Leviticus 11? Yes, I do. I don't eat bacon. I don't eat pig ham, lobster, crayfish, whatever. If it's unclean, I don't eat it. He refuses to answer any of those questions. Okay. That's what Satan does. But let me... Oh, a minute. Here I go again. I should have got prepared. I didn't get the book. I want to go to Ephesians 6, and I want to go to 1 Peter. 1 second, I gotta have a copy. I splurged, got a coffee. Bye. If you're in the body of Christ, please say a prayer for Kim, my caregiver. She's in ICU. I went and saw her yesterday. It's really the whole story behind this whole thing and the way this thing is all unfolded is just only God could have known. She was moving in here to be my caregiver because I've got serious problems. I ended up in the hospital. My ambulance sirens lights on Monday, and now she's back in. Anyway, please say a prayer for her. She's dying, and I don't believe it, but she's dying. Anyway, we're going to go to 1 Peter. I'm going to go to 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober and guarded, because Satan, like a lion, roars and goes about and seeks whom he may devour. Therefore, resist him, being steadfast in the faith. Oh, gosh. There's that word faith again. How come faith is in the Bible a gazillion times? And that's a gazillion with a Q, which means it's a lot. And know the same sufferings befall your brothers that are in the world. Okay. That, man, I could do a day's teaching on just on that. I really could. I'm not joking. I could. That's me. We're going to go to Ephesians 6. I think it's Ephesians. Yeah. Okay. Ephesians 6. For our conflict is not with the flesh, but the spiritual world. I want physical proof. Satan says, what? Frankie says, what? I want physical proof. Satan says, what? Did you get that? Frankie's asking for physical proof. He wants proof of the flesh. Our battles are against the spiritual realm of evil, of Hasatan. Read out. There's a lot of scriptures that are... I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get passionate. Especially when it comes to dealing with Hasatan, Satan. God, read Hebrews 11:6. Okay, Hebrews 11:6. On faith. Okay, no one can come before God with religion, only faith. And I'm trying to get. I watch a lot of people in the park here. Well, it used to be a lot. Now then it was several, and then it was few. Many, then it was few, and now it's just a couple. Straight up, they've all died. My neighbor across the street. I would check on him every day, and people get into certain patterns, lights and anyway. One night, lights were on in a certain room. The second night, there weren't. I went up to the door, knocked, uh, went in, and he was dead. Uh, he is in really bad health. It was hooked up to oxygen. He couldn't live without 100% oxygen being brought into him. Anyway, he had up long hoses and everything. So I called paramedic or called 911, not emergency, and they said, "Hello, hey, my name is Mark. Hi, Mike. Hey, I need the coroner and police officer over here. Why is that?" "Well, this guy's dead." "Oh, really?" "Okay." "Yeah, just in the. You don't want the paramedic?" "No, no, 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 no. When someone's out of rigor or just coming out of rigor, they don't need the paramedic." So okay, hung up. I walked down the steps, and here comes cops, man. Wow, 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 wow. Five of them. "Hey, Mike, what's up? Hey, you called? Yeah, let me have your license." I said, "Man, I didn't kill the guy. He's dead. Go and see. He's out of rigor. Da, 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 da. Okay. Don't move." So anyway, it was funny. Had to be there. Not in my shoes, but watching. Anyway, so everything goes cool. And I called. All the family knows me because I pick them up from the. Anyway, they do. So when I went over there, they said, "Hey, anything in the house you want, you got. Just take it." So I got a new leather chair, you know. I couldn't afford it, something like this. Anyway, I'm trying to get used to where I need to put the video. Anyway, that's what this whole thing was. It was I got a new chair and I'm just trying to figure out. God, man, sometimes I get rambling. Anyway, I love to teach, okay, and I really do. And I want you to know the truth. And I don't understand, okay. In order for God to talk to you, He does different things. For me, it was he took a sledgehammer and kept banging it into my skull. Probably, see, I'm one of the stupidest guys, ever find God, or God ever find, whatever, however you want to word it. And I'll tell you the truth straight up. There is no one on earth. There is no one on earth that talks to my Father the way I do and gets away with it. And I'm not boasting. I recommend that no one else do it unless you have the relationship. But I swear to God, there is not a man on earth that does. If Abraham was next to me when I was really going off on my father, Abraham would have taken off running so fast he would have been like the Flintstones. His sandals would have been flown off, and he'd still be running. And I tell you that before God, I swear to God. I swear to my Father that there's no one on earth that does. But in doing so, He has told me things that I know, which is why with everything that's happened to me and still happening, that's why I teach the way I do. So anyway, Frankie Sanchez is owned and operated by Satan, teaches lies, but in his defense, it doesn't matter if it's Jacob Prash, Chuck Smith, Greg Laurie, Tom Hughes, Brian Broderson, Anna's Jezebel wife, Cheryl. Anyone. Pick one. Billy Graham and Graham Lotz. Oh, God, man. Oh, well, you gotta listen to Ann Graham Lotz. What? Who? Oh, you mean Joyce Meyer? Oh, no, don't. What's the difference? Nothing. And anyway, a lot of people don't like me saying that. Too bad. And I'm not here for you. Well, that's not that was a straight up lie, man. I am here for you. I want you to know the truth. Okay, that was not right. That was really not right. Um, Adolf Hitler, right? A man who was brought up in World War II, World War One, came to fruition in World War II, whom God used to judge the Jews big time. Okay, he killed millions and millions of people. Adolf Hitler. Millions and millions of Jews, right? I'm a Jew. I can talk about him till the cows come home. He killed my brothers, my sisters. I had family that were killed in the Holocaust, okay? That will never happen again. That will never happen again. We'll see to it that will never happen again. God. The Pope. Billions and billions and billions of people, and everyone goes right on Pope. Doesn't matter if it's the Pope or Frankie Sanchez, they teach the same doctrine. Torah-less grace. Okay? Lawless grace. That is what they teach. The Bible stands firm yesterday, today, and forever. And I was in 412 Church, and I was over my head, worshiping God, serving the church, serving all of that. And I've got a couple good stories about that. That after I left, I went, wow, that wasn't right. And why? I want to cover this just for a minute. If you donate money, donate to the Children's Hospital of your choice. I like St. Jude's. Donate to the Children's Hospital of your choice. Just donate to a children's hospital and not the bank account of your pastor. God, look at Greg Laurie, man. Millions of dollars, lives in a gated community, has Harleys, Hummers, boats. What the freak is wrong with you people? Oh, he deserves it. Yeah, and he deserves that, and Yeshua deserved what he got? What? Oh, man, I'm sorry. Anyway, the Pope's killing billions and billions and billions of people. But he's doing it with Satan. Satan's really sweet, isn't he? Lawless grace, right? That's what Frankie Sanchez teaches. Hey, you don't have to obey the law to have grace. God said you do. Frankie Sanchez says you don't. And Frankie Sanchez wants physical proof. Sorry. I'm going to wrap this up. The whole piece of this was, I wanted to find out how entrenched Satan was in Frankie Sanchez and his discipleship network. He owns them. He owns them. And I really tried to teach him, to tell him the truth. I was going to do a lot. But funny thing, God, when I was doing my last, God was saying, okay, now this is going to be the last one you do on Frankie. What? I want to get one. No. I'm to the point now when my father says no, don't have to ask me twice. So this is the last one. Torah-less grace is the same thing as saying lawless grace, which is the same thing as saying you can break the law and have grace. God, you might be confusing mercy and grace, okay? Which really, if you don't love God, oh, we love God so much, we worship. Well, then obey my commandments. No, we're not going to. You know, I've had conversations with my father that are pretty intense. And I don't understand. It's just so simple. I give you the commandments, obey the commandments. What does it take? Do nothing on the Sabbath. Just sit, just relax. Think about it, man. Think about it. Obey the commandments, and on the Sabbath, just rest. Just relax. Don't work. And you're sitting there going, why does that make so much sense? All you have to do on the Sabbath is rest. Don't work. And you're sitting there going, why are you? No! Now now you understand why my father is going to get so bent out of shape when you die and go up before the great white throne judgment. My father says, look, work 6 days, knock yourself out, but on the seventh day, you rest. You need rest. Our Father is telling us to rest because we need rest. No. Uh, it seems so simple, right? And I'm trying to drive this point home for those of you who are not keeping the Sabbath. Friday night comes from sundown to sundown. It's a Jewish thing. It's a Hebrew thing. Yeshua is Hebrew. He's a Jew. We follow him. He's our lamb. He's our Passover lamb. Our Father gave us his Son so that we know what to do. He rested on the Sabbath. Well, what if you do want to do something good, like save a life? Right on. Okay, but rest. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm done with Frankie Sanchez. Boy, I'll tell you, if you listen to Frankie Sanchez, stop, stop, man, until he does a 180 about face. Show me something physical. Oh man, God, does he not know the Bible? Our battle isn't against flesh and blood; it's against the spiritual. Sorry. Anyway, my name is Michael. I'm the senior pastor and teacher for the Body of Christ Ministry. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I will let you know what my next video will be soon. Thank you. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.